Hey y'all. Hey YouTube. Hey Facebook. Come on in. Come on in. If you want to know something about growing. One public service announcement I got to make is some of y'all been following me quite a while, and some of y'all have been waiting for the day one content. Me and YouTube don't get along on that. And it's too many new YouTubers with ratchet attitudes and ratchet personas and just scamming and getting over on folks. I want to keep doing my thing, and basically I need to cut loose people that are only coming for me for one thing, only for entertainment, because that is not what I'm about. Nay Love needs your help. We need you to come over there and subscribe. I'm definitely going to put the link in this description. I've lost my live privileges, and I have a problem with that. Okay, hold on a second.
544-5046. Thank you.
I wanted to show y'all how, if you have started growing indoors, you have to get your plants acclimated to the outdoor weather. And so you can see all that wind blowing is helping them get strong. That's exercise for a plant. So you see how they blowing now? They getting used to the elements being outdoors. Okay, I'm sorry, Facebook. I thought I was live with you already. I already told this to YouTube. I'm out here. I had my plants get acclimated to the outdoors. Those bell pepper plants were indoors. And what happens if plants stay indoors, they don't gain the strength that they need to be able to stand up to the elements. So that's something you have to keep in mind when you're growing indoors. So I got all my bell pepper plants out here, and I did have my 420 plants out here too, but I brought them in because they like these. They weren't as strong and was getting whipped around by the wind. So I didn't want to overwhelm them or cause too much shock to them. So I brought them back in. Hey Robert, hey Ronald, how you doing? That's the first part of what I want to talk about in this video. Hey Walter, how you doing? The main crux of this video, besides the growing, the seeds dropping, is Nay Love needs your help. YouTube is scrambling, really trying to get rid of what I perceive as they trying to get rid of dead weight. And once upon a time, you could be happy and content with your handful of viewers. It didn't have to be 2,000, 3,000. And I was completely content over on Nay Love. Wasn't trying to race the charts to get nothing out of YouTube, but just inspire people to grow. And also encourage people who have to deal with chronic pain. And I really enjoy my followers. They keep me motivated. But now YouTube has came up with a new monkey in the wrench. So I can't just be myself on Nay Love. I got to have Nay Love with 1,000 subs. And I'm just figuring, since it's over 3,000 of y'all, and I got multiple profiles with in thousands, I figured a couple hundred of y'all could come on over there to Nay Love and subscribe to me, even if you don't watch the video, even if you don't like it, even if you don't share it. just come over there and sub. Once I achieve the thousand subs, I could go back to doing lives. Right now, I can't do lives on They Love. I was trying to separate my growing from you people who just only look at me as entertainment and salacious stuff, or potential screw buddy, or whatever else deviant you may have in your mind, or video chat hole, whatever. I don't know what your reason is, but some of y'all definitely been following me for years, and I'm just saying to you, that's the least you could do for me. Go over to Naylove and subscribe so I can get my subscribers up to 1,000, so I continue to use Naylove for my growing channel, and I don't have to convince you nasty ninjas to grow. I don't want to have to convince somebody. I want you to free will and think it's something worthwhile. Some of y'all don't, because y'all knew your motives when you added me as a friend on Facebook. So that's the main purpose and point. Some of y'all already got my invitation. I'm asking again, if you're watching this video, please go over to my channel, Naylove. Type Naylove. I'm going to come on at the top. First one. Because I've been in this game a long time. But now, YouTube has changed the rules. And now the only people who can have lives or go live is people with 1,000 subs or more. So I need that 1,000 subs so I can continue with my lives and continue with the growing and chronic pain and solar on Naylove. I'm trying to separate my audience, but YouTube forces your hand. You can't keep them separate because it's very difficult to get up to 1,000 if you ain't talking about mess, if you ain't beefing with some other YouTuber, if it ain't celebrity gossip, if it ain't doing hair and makeup, if it ain't one of those, you can't get up there. Hey, loving my hair, so glad to see you. I see you subscribe to both. I'm going to keep both, but I'm trying to make Naylove be the one for my growing. And I got some things to talk to you about as far as growing. So, I have had two of these, two different species. Hey, Ronald, hey, you. Some of my folks are down there today. They didn't tell me they were going until midnight, that they'd be leaving at 6 a.m. I passed up the trip. You are awesome. Let's not use the you people. Be down here in May on mental health campaign. Okay, I look forward to you in May then. I'll stop with the you people. I need my followers to support me. It's very difficult for positive channels to stay alive on YouTube. So I need y'all help. Now, see, I've had these two seeds. These are my cannabis seeds, and these are my okra seeds that are super duper ready to grow. One reason why it's cool to germinate this way is because you already know which seed is germinating before you put it in the ground. When you put it in the ground, sometimes it's hit or miss. You don't know for sure. You don't know for sure until it actually grows out the ground. So this kind of just increases the chances for them to grow. So I'm going to show you what the next step is for this. So I got some peat cups that I got from Dollar Tree. This is what I got from Dollar Tree. Oh yeah, let me hold on a second. I want to put some music on. Shout out to The Love Below. He's on YouTube. I'll put his link in the description. This is a remix that he made. And we get that going. He's a talented musician. And musicians also have a hard time moving up the YouTube ladder. Because the eyeballs is always on the negativity. If you fighting and you're tearing off each other's wigs or you're shaking behind, you have no problem climbing up the YouTube streets. How you doing, loving my hair? I just want to have a little music in the background. Because every time it's quiet, I get nervous. I get nerves. Nerves get to me. Okay. Now, I want to show y'all. This is why, hey Keith, hey Duze. This is why I love these as a germination stage. See how you can see the moisture at the top? It keeps the moisture in for the newborn seedlings. So my okra seeds have hatched. The seeds I put in here prior, none of them hatch. So I'm going to put a whole new batch of them in. Okay. I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Shout out to The Love Below. You can put your link in here if you see this video. You can put your link in the comments to your channel so people can check out your music. He's the one that's been following me for a long time, and he's a great musician. Y'all should check him out. Okay. Now, these are my okra. Hey, Keith. And these are my canna ones that none of them crack. So I'm just gonna toss that. Waste of time. It's hit and miss. It's not always a hit. But the okra, it's a lot of hits. So, and I dropped way more than I need. I'm not gonna use all of these. But I did want y'all to see what my next was. Okay? Can y'all see that? Type 1 if you can see them. Okay, Queen. Now this is the next step. After I did the napkin germination, these little sprouts have a little tail on it, and that little tail is what goes down into the peat cups with the tail end down. You see me putting the tail end of it down. Okay, and now I'm gonna cover it up. So we just gonna wait for the heads to appear, and soon you should have leaves in a few more days. But when you germinate like this, a lot of wanting, and then you never see anything appear above ground. So there's an advantage to germinating like this first. So you see, you put the tail end down first. going to keep doing that till I fill all 6 of these peat cups. And the beauty of these peat cups, when you start it like this, once it get big, like you see this one, you can put this whole cup in the ground. You can put this whole cup in the ground, so you don't have to worry about transplanting it anymore. Because each time you transplant a plant, it's a shot to the plant. So here's another one. I'm gonna do it again. I didn't make that whole big one. And I'm putting the tail in. See the little tail? I put that down first.
To come through and see them do it. You see them in the videos. You know what it is. People know what's good with
and
them.
then in a few days, we should see a little heads.
Don't wait. Don't hesitate.
You said one, Ronald?
God-given talent right here, man. And this man is giving you the privilege to witness this on YouTube.
You're going to go look for those? Yeah. These are in Dollar Tree. You get 6 of them for $1, so it's time to get it now because the spring stuff.
Had this idea, got this camera, and
because the spring stuff do go quickly, especially in my community because it's a really strong growing community. We have several community gardens throughout this town, and lots of my neighbors grow as well. So it's good to get down there early for this kind of stuff. And you get 6 of them in one container for $1. I went and I stocked up. They come in a package of 6 like that. And it's just $1. So all right, I'm gonna do 3 more. Demonstrate the technique again. And I'm going to get the strongest one that looks the most ready to grow. This one got a super long root. So that's what I want to go in first. Get 2 more out of here. Now you see the tail? And that tail end goes down first. And then you just bury it. And the rest is waiting. Waiting patiently. In a few days, you should see it's bringing, the leaves appear. And they come out swinging, ready to grow. So these are my okras. I'm not going to use all of them. I put down way more than I needed. I really just wanted to be able to show y'all the process. So, as you can see, you see the tail end that goes down first. And then you bury it. Now these are my okra plants, and I'm going to label it so I won't forget that's what this is, because they're going to look exactly alike while we're still waiting for it appear with leaves. So now I'm going to cover it up in what I consider the perfect germination station. And it's perfect because it snap closed like that. I got it free with rotisserie chicken. Yeah, this is my okra here. But now, I'm not going to use the rest of these. I was just doing it for demonstration purposes. I'm going to start a whole new round because guess what? I hate to be wasteful like that, but you know, sometimes we be wasteful when it comes to the learning process. Well, I ordered some more seeds online from M.I. Garner. That's another fellow YouTuber. If you're into growing, go check him out. And also what you will learn when you check him out, check out one of his lives. And you'll see he ain't got no riches in his lives. And he got like 200 something followers. So you don't have to be like Tasha K. Okay, let's be clear. Tasha K or Mona Simone. You can be on here doing educational stuff that people appreciate. So M.I. Gardner is one of them. And he has his own website and sells seeds. So I got me 2 packages of red okra. And one of them I'm going to open up now so you can see the steps that I took before I put them in the germination station. I have a little container of water like that, see? And I just pour the seeds in there. And I'm putting in more than I need, more than I'm actually going to use, because I made the mistake of last year. Well, see, now what this tell me is that these are ready to grow now. So it ain't going to take long for the next step. The next step, yeah, they already ready. But sometimes you see they float on the top. You see them floating on the top there. So, hi, Troy. How you doing? So you see 2 of the okra seeds are floating on the top, but most of y'all, the rest of them are on the bottom. So they are technically ready for me to do the next stage already. So I can actually show you the second stage now instead of waiting one day. Okay. My spray bottle. Okay, I take a white paper towel. And it's important to be white because you don't want the dyes from the decorative paper towels leaching into your food plants. So I lay it in there in the rotisserie pan, and then wet it up. You dampen it, not to the point where it's dripping wet. So, see, when I pick it up, it's not dripping wet. You don't want it dripping wet, but you do want it thoroughly moistened. So I thoroughly moistened that. And since all of these seeds sunk to the bottom immediately, they ready to grow right now. So I'm going to pour some of this water off. Okay, and so the next step is that I'm just going to pour the seeds on there, on the napkin, spread them out so they'll have room to sprout. And in a few days, if you're lucky, you will have a whole batch of little sprouts. And I already showed y'all how it looked. They'll look like this in a couple of days. That's when you plant them. When you see the little sprouts, you plant them individually. Now you could plant them individually like this in the cups, or you could put them directly in the ground. You can put them in a cup or directly in the ground. But I already have enough green okra growing, and I want to grow the red okra. I prefer the red vegetables to green vegetables because there's more antioxidants in the red vegetables. So I want a whole bunch of red okra. Now, once you dampen them, put the seeds inside, you fold the napkin over like that, and then place the top on it. And this top will keep the moisture in, and there's enough holes in there naturally, that's the way it came, to get air. And you put it in a dark place, because as babies, they not ready for the light. So I'm going to put both of these containers that got my okra, the two different kinds, back in my cabinet in my bedroom. So hold on a second. Okay, now we can get back to the music.
Now he got these videos on YouTube, so that's what it is.
Okay, and that artist who playing the music is Ace Carib, known as The Love Below, here on Facebook. And y'all go support the brother. He know I love house music, so he let me have a chance at his talent, to see his talent with this song. And he did an excellent job in my opinion. I don't know what you think, but I think it's great. He did a great job. Now, I already got some garlic growing outside, but I didn't show you all from beginning to end how I got this started. So I decided that I would do that this time. And I want to put this kind of garlic down because I wanted the garlic with the red in it. All vegetables with red have more antioxidants in it. So I wanted to show you how you peel it. You break it apart. You don't have to take the skin off at all. You just separate it from this clove, the main clove here. And it's just a matter of breaking it apart. Okay? Now they're all broken into separate cloves. Each one of these will create a whole new clove for you. Now you don't have to take the skin off if you don't want to. That's just an extra step. And what I'm going to do is stuff them all in this container with the bottom part, which is not the pointed end, with the bottom part on the bottom of the jar, not the pointed end. You want the bottom, the base end on the bottom. picking all the biggest, fattest cloves first. I may have enough room for all of them, but if I don't, I'm picking the biggest ones first. And you fill it up to the capacity. You can use a baby food jar. In this case, I'm using one of my medical marijuana jars that came. It was like that at first. Okay, so I got all the pointed ends on the top. I think I can put one more in there. Okay. Oops. A video wouldn't be complete without me clumsily doing something. Okay. Oh, good. They all fit. So I got the whole garlic in there. But guess what? Each one of those cloves is going to grow me a new garlic plant. So once you got them all in there with the pointed ends on top, you're going to now add water. And you just want to cover the bottom. You don't want to soak them completely covered. You just want to cover the bottom end. This one tilted over a little bit. And you want to make sure the bottom end is touching the bottom of the jar, because that's all you want to wet up. Y'all see that? That's all you want to wet up is the bottom. In a few days, you will see green sprouts coming from the top of this garden. That means they're ready to grow. And so the hardest part of getting that started is just waiting those days out. Okay? That's what I wanted to show y'all today as far as planting. Now, I've been having the same problem with my medical plants as my food plants, the ones I was trying to grow inside. And what is happening is because it's not as much light coming in indoors, my plants are real leggy. So is my zucchini plant. When they leggy like that, you just gotta slow down and grow. Long as it's still green, it's still healthy. So what I'm gonna do is repot this. I'm not gonna disturb the roots at all. I'm just gonna put the whole cup inside a bigger cup. So hold on a second. I'm gonna get the cup. Okay, so a lot of us, when we be thinking about growing, sometimes we overthink the process. And it's really more simple than you think. I've grown in these Dixie cups for years with no problem. And it's my hope that my plants will be in here long enough for the weather break. When the weather finally breaks and we're completely clear of any threat of snow or temperatures dropping below 50, that's when I can plant these outside. So I'm filling up this cup now with potty mix. I don't have no special brand I recommend. Most potty mixes give the plants all it needs in its first stages of life. at least for the first 2 months. Okay, I just put a little bit on the bottom, and then I'm going to tear out the bottom of this cup. And leave it like that. I'm going to put that in the bottom, and then I'm going to go ahead and bury this whole thing with new soil. Help slow this down because it is getting more light. So this plant did actually stop being leggy, which is a good sign. That means it's getting enough sun. I've been taking them outside, so it's been getting enough sun where it's not still reaching to be too long. This is how I'm helping this one be more stable. And I'm going to go ahead and give it some water. I just gave it some new soil. And it's going to join the rest of them. Now this one is still leggy. That's because of the same reason. So I'm going to give it some more soil to help support it. But what it needs more is real sunlight. And we now are beginning to have more sunlight, so they're kind of slowing down now. When they're getting plenty of sun, they don't have to stretch so far. I don't feel like the plant doesn't feel like it got to stretch so far. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. Add some more soil so it won't be so leggy. Start putting them back outside because I feel like no better source of sun is better than source of light than better than the sun. So the sun is the best source of light. It's not as much sun that comes in on my back porch, which is fine for my mint. So it's okay for the mint not to have as much sun because they can thrive that way. But other plants, that will cause them to go into survival mode. And so that's basically what the plant doing, is just stretching and stretching its little heart out to get to that sun. But now that our weather is breaking, we getting way more sun in now. And it's slowing down because you could tell by this plant. This one been out as long as the rest of them, but it's growing much slower. I didn't have to do that extra adding of soil, but that's what you do if you have the same situation, same problem going on. Got one more little clove. Okay, so I'm gonna sit these cloves up in the windowsill and wait. Sitting up there by aloe vera plant. So those are the main things that I want to show you as far as my growing goes. And these are going to be replanted. These are my mint plant that I got from Walmart. And I tell y'all could get this year round. So it's no excuse. Whatever time of the year you decide you want to grow, these are what you can buy from Walmart year round. That's what I liked about it. You can get them year round from Walmart with your EBT card. Why? Because it's food. This is food. How many per pie, Queen, and when will you plant them? I'm not going to plant them outside until next month. So they're going to still grow indoors here to at least to the end of this month. Next month, I feel safer. So I say, in about 2 weeks, I'll be safe. I'll feel safer about putting these seeds outdoor. Now, I got another set of seeds, and that's my medicine seeds that I dropped, and they sprouted. Ooh wee, look at that. This one is ready to come up out of this container. So I'm going to show you with my pop bottle planters why I love them so much. I'm going to transplant both of these because they have outgrown these little pots. Now, these are my medicine seeds. They've been soaking, and you can see them crack. It's hard to show you the tail. You can see the little tail sticking out. So I don't really have to go through that stage of putting them in the napkin. They ready now. And I'm going to go ahead and plant them in this video. Now, I've already soaked these peat cups in water. You want to saturate these cups. And you see it's about a quarter of an inch of water in the bottom. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to pick the camera up. Can y'all see the water that's on the bottom? I had them soaking, so all of the soil and the cup been soaking. And I want to put the seeds, the cannabis seeds in, because they ready. I don't have to go to the napkin method because they already split and open. And you can see the tail. So, I'm going to get my tweezers once again. And does okra grow in Arizona? Yeah. Arizona is a good place for growing. Although your soil, you probably have issues with your soil by what I understand is really dry there. But you can always purchase soil. You don't have to grow just in the ground if your soil is poor where you live. Okay. So I'm getting all the ones out of here that sprouted already. I don't have to put them in the napkin because they ready to go now. Some seeds take longer. So, and I'm not burying them too deep. That's another mistake of planting. Some people go too deep with the seed, and then the seed have to work too hard to get back up to the surface. So I'm doing that. It's going to be hard to see because that's tiny seed. But I'm putting the tail end down first. And soon, my medical seeds will have some cousins, brothers and sisters. trying to get the one that's cracked, that's split. You can see the little tail, but they tiny. That's why I use the tweezers. Yeah, you don't have to bury them that very deep. That's a big mistake new growers make by putting them down too deep. You should follow the instructions of your seed package about how deep it should be. But with these cannabis seeds, I know already from experience, you don't have to plant them that deep. Okay, so now that's a whole new crop of seeds going in that's going to be contained in this, what I consider the perfect germination station. It already has holes cut in them to allow air in. And see, it used to be chicken. So that's a free way, inexpensive way. And this is why I say you college kids who just got a cubby hole in your room, you can get started with a little cubby hole. If you got a windowsill, that's all you. If you got a windowsill, there are some herbs that totally grow their entire life in the windowsill. And I'm gonna show you mine. My oregano, that's one of them. The oregano is growing just fine in the windowsill. And this one is going in the germination station in my room. And then I'm gonna show you my oregano. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you my oregano. That's just doing this thing in the windowsill. So you don't have to have a big yard. And this is why I want to encourage everybody to start growing. See, I got little oregano babies coming up now. They coming along. It took a long time for their little heads to appear, but they have surfaced. And it's way too cold for them to go outside just yet. But as they get fuller, I'm going to have to learn how to thin them down, which means I got to kill some. But I'm just glad to see them growing. I couldn't get any oregano last year, so I think I just had a bad batch of seeds. This is a better crop, new batch of oregano seeds, and they growing in the windowsill just fine. See? So it can be done. This is my zucchini. And loving my hair, it's got the same leggy problem that my cannabis did. So I'm trying to move the camera up closer to it. Okay. What I'm going to do next is what I have to do. Basically the same thing I did with the medical seeds. So I'm going to heal it up. I'm going to add more soil to it so it can have something to hold the stems firm.
Family in America, my cousin Ace Corinne, YouTube, massive. Plays piano and he bosses up the set. So if you get on there on the YouTube, it's youtube.com.
But they still doing good. They still good. Growing good and healthy because the green, they still doing their thing. But that's how you help them be held up, is by healing it up with some more soil. Now once I get them outside, they won't have that problem because it'll be plenty of sunshine. Y'all know the train had to make an appearance each time. So now y'all got all the stages of growth that I'm gonna be tackling today. And now I want to take a smoke break. Candace Houston, you said cool. Thank you. Razmia. Razmia, Eric Hawkins. How you doing? Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. Now that was a workout. I always get nervous when I don't have anything else to say. But I wanted to show you one more thing, and because my basil has outgrown that little container, and show you what I've been promoting to help everybody get started. And that's called my pop bottle planters. I'm going to transfer that basil and that mint out of, I'm trying, loving my hair. I'm trying. I got my onions and my bell peppers and garlic growing out here. The garlic getting their entire life. And I got 3 surprise seeds. They must have fell in there while they was in my kitchen. But I got 3 medicine seeds growing, and I ain't gonna bother them. I'm gonna show y'all. I ain't gonna bother them at all. I'm gonna use that as the guide to see how they do out here. I be like a little mad scientist experiment as I grow too. So these are my 3 medicine seeds. I didn't know that was there. They just showed up. So I must have somehow dropped them in there when that planter was in my kitchen and I was filling it up with soil. Somehow 3 seeds fell in there. So those are some surprise babies that have been outside the whole time. They also proving to me how resilient plants are, because they taking this wind out here without no problem. They standing up to it because they've been out there all their life. They ain't been pampered indoors. So if you don't have no choice but to grow indoors the whole time, I highly recommend you getting fanned, because you see how the bell peppers are blowing back and forth. They need that exercise to be strong enough to stand up to the wind. They got to be strong enough to stand up to wind in order to grow to their full length. But now I'm going to show you the pop bottle planter. I showed y'all in a number of videos. It's a bigger oregano plant. This is my pop bottle planter. I'm gonna show you beginning to end how I transport from those containers that you buy in the store to the containers that I created at home. So here's one that's ready to grow something. I've already put the soil in it. I already put the soil in it. It already has the wick on the bottom. And because the roots have grown out of the bottom of this container, it's ready to come out. It needs more room. So I'm going to make room. I'm going to make room in the pop bottle planter for this new plant. And carefully,
right here, you know what I'm saying? Ace
carefully remove it.
Nasty piano player.
Try not to tear the roots up. So they get right through. So yeah, you can see that this plant was about to become root bound, but now I'm going to give it more room in my pop bottle planter.
I'm at Ace Career. You know he's doing
And you kind of want to keep the dirt at the same level that the original plant was in. So it won't even notice that it has been moved to a new home.
Like ASAP. Don't wait. Don't hesitate.
Okay, so that's one down, and I got one more to go. That's my mint plant. And I'm going to take these big juicy leaves off and put it in my mango salsa. Which I got my mangoes ready. And guess what? I keep these. I keep these because you can grow something else in them. Waste not, want not. Now, this is the last thing I'm going to talk about on here as far as growing. I got the sage from Walmart. So Walmart has their seeds out now. The last time I went, they weren't out yet, but they do now. And Dollar Tree has more gardening equipment. So if you really got a small space, I think this is the cutest thing. It's pretty much like my rotisserie pan as far as a seed starter. And these only will cost you $1. So go ahead and go out to Dollar Tree and get you some seeds going. And this is a little greenhouse just like the one I showed you I made out of you don't eat out and you don't come across those rotisserie pans. This is one you could buy from Dollar Tree for $1 and at least get you, how many is that? 12 plants started. And then I also got this hanging planter. And I'm going to plant flowers in this. And I got that for $1 too. I thought that was a real good deal. So go out and grow. All right. That's the end of this video. I just wanted y'all to see how I do with the pop out planters. They're able to completely grow their entire life. The basil is in this planter. You don't have to get anything else bigger. The basil will grow like that. The mint, on the other hand, grows like crazy. And you can see on this one, it's got new little runners coming out since I had it at home. So I'm going to put that in one of my pop bottle planters, but not in this video. I'm going to put that in my pop bottle planter as soon as I get through picking off the big leaves. It smells so good. Ain't nothing better than fresh food. Y'all see that? I got a ghost. I be turning the music off and it come back on.
Where would you first?
That's weird. Anyway, I'm going to re-announce again, as I did at the beginning of this video. I need your help. I need your help. Go and subscribe to Naylove. Just support your channel. Everybody not on YouTube trying to be ratchet and negative. I'm really trying to do my thing and showing you, hey JoJo, you missed the 420 stuff. You have to replay it. I want you to support my channel. YouTube is making it harder and harder for the new YouTube creators. And I'm stuck in a quandary. Because I got a whole bunch of you day ones. Excuse me, I'm trying to readjust this camera. And do two at the same time. That ain't easy either. It's quite a bit of a quandary. Day one people who've been following me for years, you ain't been following me for chronic pain and solar. That's what I want Naylove's channel to be. That. Naylove. I'm gonna have to call them back. Darn. Anyway, I'm getting up out this video now. Peace and love. Till I see you again in the next video.